Welcome back, John. You're home. How's it going?
Yay!
Where the hell were you? I've been trying to call you like all week
No, you
for the
haven't.
last 3 weeks. Just
You
keep
were
getting.
talking to me last week and you know it, you liar.
Hey, hey, it's a radio show. We have to pretend. I don't know. Anyways, so you were in
Yeah,
San
dude,
Diego,
I sent you all that mail, and it just kept coming back saying like undelivered, and I
right?
was like,
Return to
what?
sender all over
Yeah,
it.
That was some really fast mail then in that case.
Yeah, it
Never
was good
seen
time.
like the postal service work that fast.
Yeah, the postal service is really bad up here, so that's not what we're talking about, though. How was your convention? You were at San
you were at
Diego
San
Comic Con?
Diego, yeah, San Diego Comic Convention.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, the biggest convention.
Well, what do
Yep.
you mean technically?
I didn't have passes to San Diego Comic
Well,
Con.
well, who would go to San Diego to the building where San Diego Comic Con is and not go to San Diego Comic Con?
Hi, it's me. I did it.
Hi.
What?
How you doing? I seriously, I didn't have passes to Comic Con.
Okay, so what?
That's
You
so
went down there
weird.
for work, right?
Yeah, I went to Nerd HQ, which was an event in Petco Park across the street from
More
San
like
Diego
your
Comic Con.
apartment is Nerd HQ. Four Eyes.
Oh man, the Four Eyes comment really brought it home. It's because he's a nerd,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know. So, what is Nerd HQ? Is it like uh
Where you
part
sleep?
of the convention, or is it a whole separate entity?
Basically, what happens when Comic Con's going on? There's all these other like giant events around town. Uh, Nerd HQ was basically the more gaming focused part of it. Like Nerdist had a Borderlands themed laser tag arena upstairs at the top floor of the
Did
park.
you play?
No, because by the time I got there, they were shut down. They shut down early on Saturday and never opened up again for Sunday.
That's weird.
Oh,
It was really strange.
Or something.
No, they just shut down early.
There's enough fun. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much actually.
Hmm.
you enjoy your time at least?
I had an alright time. Yeah, I wish I got to go to the well. Technically, I got to go to the actual convention for an hour. That was about it.
So you did go to San Diego Comic Con.
For an hour because I borrowed someone's pass.
Was that 1 hour better than Nerd HQ?
I got to walk from one wall to another wall. So I mean, if you like walking.
Dude, that's like 90% of what I do at PAX, and then the other 9% is standing in line, and then 1% is playing games.
Mm.
Or
Right.
watching people play games.
There weren't very many like game vendors there compared to say like Calgary Comic Expo. But I mean, like Nintendo was there showing off new Smash Brothers. Capcom was there showing off a couple games. Who else? There was like a couple different companies there. I thought there was like Blizzard representation too.
Sorry, are we talking about San Diego Comic Con or Nerd
Yeah, now
HQ?
now we're actually talking about San Diego Comic Con. Nerd
Okay.
HQ was mainly Sega.
So it's just okay, like, okay, what is Nerd HQ? I never even heard about this until you mentioned it.
Right.
It's like I said, it's over in Petco Park. It's a gaming event, I guess you could say. It's just a couple different groups. Nerdist was doing a couple things.
But there
Facebook was
are like
over there.
vendors there, like you said, Sega's there, so they're actually showing stuff off.
Yeah, they were showing off the new Alien game and Sonic Boom.
So why would any vendor go to Nerd HQ when every other person who's
That-
alive
That's
is
because
at-
they were also over at Comic Con. We saw their booth had the exact same things over there too.
Oh, okay.
So they just double dipped basically.
Nice.
Right. 'Cause I'm wondering if it was just like, we weren't cool enough to get into San Diego Comic Con, but they said there's this other convention next door, so we were like, okay, we brought all these posters.
Like Assassin's Creed had all these demo stations around, but they also had a parkour stage for
Oh man,
Unity.
did you do some parkour?
No.
Oh, that'd be so good.
It sucked because like it had like a giant line the whole time, but they had like you actually did a leap of faith into a bale of hay. There was a zip line. There were like
Did you
all
do
these
some?
platforms you could walk off. No, I couldn't.
Oh, did they close down on Saturday too?
No, it's just they were too busy and I had to work.
Oh, okay. So
I-
what
I
was
didn't get
working?
to-
What did you do?
We ran two panels, or technically we were part of one, and then we ran the other, and those were both on Sunday. But we did tech setup on Saturday, and I just kind of chilled out and watched some concerts and stuff on Saturday.
Okay. So how'd the panels go? What were the panels?
We were on Friend Zone, which is basically just kind of a variety show where we just hang out, play like all these little silly games. Like we ended up playing Nidhogg. And,
Dude, let me tell you, friend zone's all just about hanging out. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah, it's all you do in the friend zone.
Yeah, when you're stuck in the friend zone.
You're stuck in the
All
friend
you're
zone.
doing is hanging out. Yeah.
All I'm saying is, whenever you're in the friend zone, all she ever does is want to hang out, and that's it. Like, I'm getting tired of hanging out, Melissa. Okay. You're out there.
Oh, we're naming names. We're naming names now.
Oh man.
That just came to mind.
Okay.
What is friend zone? Like, what is it? Just chatting? Like, did they do games? What was the panel like?
Yeah, it was you chat, you hang around, you do like these little silly games. Like we were taking audience suggestions for like Would You Rather, and then we played Nidhogg and Gang Beasts.
Gang
Nice.
Beasts looks awesome.
It does.
Gang Beasts is a very weird game.
It looks so funny.
It's so dumb. It is
What?
just so dumb.
Okay, so was this the first time you've played it?
Second time.
Okay, I know it from like the Unprofessional Fridays on Giant Bomb,
Mm-hmm.
and I just like almost every one of those levels are great in some way. Like, I just find that game so funny, and it really sucks that I'm not gonna get 4 people ever in the same room to play it.
I've actually played a 10-player version of it, and that's chaos. That's freaking
yeah, I
chaos
bet.
out there. Yeah.
What's
But
your favorite stage?
oh man.
I guess for those who don't know, we should explain Gang Beasts. It's like just a fighting simulator. Like it's like an arena fighter.
Yeah, it's a versus beat 'em up.
But you have a
like,
lot of grip control. You can just kind of grab.
It looks like
anything you
the
want.
old N64 era wrestling games.
You're drunk in the game basically. That's the thing. Like your attacks are very like haphazard and don't quite feel like you're not sure if they're connecting properly. It's a different game to see than to play.
Like, wave their arms around, and you just need to kind of basically make people fall off the level or like knock them out enough, kind of. Or is it just falling off the level now?
You got to throw them like into a fire pit or like
right.
into a
Specifically that fire pit one that I'm thinking about. Like, it just has like really great dramatic lighting,
Yeah.
and all the characters are just like marshmallow people with eyes. Like, oh, it's so great. I also like. There's like a skyscraper one where you're on like those window cleaning stages.
Oh, I never played that one. No, that would have been
That
good.
one looks funny because it's really tiny, but there's 2 of them. So if you want to try jumping to the other, you can, and like 90% of the time you'll miss. But it's kind of funny when one person just ends up like, "Hey, I made it," and it's like, "Oh, I guess I got to try and jump down there and stuff." Or I've seen people
the
jump
Ferris
on
wheel?
the windows. Ferris wheel's really good. Specifically because the dock, some of the boards are just loose.
Most of the boards are loose on
Yeah.
that.
And like I said, you have a weird amount of grip control, so you can just kind of hang on to like the bottom of a Ferris wheel like carriage as it goes around and stuff.
Eventually, you do run out. There's a meter for your grip.
Right. Now I'm remembering. Yeah. What else is there? There's a subway one that's kind of funny if you can try and push someone into a train about to get there.
That
Yeah.
one, right.
There's a lot of good levels.
The
Like,
truck one. The truck one's pretty funny too.
what's the truck one?
Oh, like you're on a freeway on a truck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's 2 trucks, right? And you can kind of jump between them and stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the
It's-
one.
Yeah. Is it on like it must be early? I'm assuming it's in Greenlight, like it's on Steam somewhere, early access.
I don't know actually. I just know that the Friend Zone people are like good friends with the Gang Beast developers, so like they've got an alpha build with like custom characters in it.
Nice.
Okay. I kind of don't want actual characters in it. I really like those like blob guys.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
It might be fun.
I really wish it wasn't like I really hope there's online co-op or competitive because there's no way I'm gonna get that many people, and that game just is so funny. It's so good. So, anyway, and then how was throwing controllers?
Alright.
Sorry.
The best endorsement of throwing controllers
I've
ever.
been super drained today. It was all right. It was a good run. We had some problems with calling contestants up though. They gave us these raffle tickets that they were giving out to people in the audience for whoever wanted to play, but we kept calling numbers and no one came up. People would just take the tickets and leave.
Really?
Yeah. So we literally had a set, like it was like 5 times in a row I called someone up, they didn't show up. And then the other guy, Emil, he called one and like it would work immediately. And then eventually we neither of us could just get anyone to come up, so we're just like, all right, screw it, we're just going to pick people out of the audience.
Okay. in the chat, a couple little. We got one guy saying Gang Beats. He doesn't think it's on Steam. And then another person said that his mom's name is Melissa.
Nice.
And
And also, Helter Skelter Girl is saying that Throne Controllers was great. So you
Hooray.
did good, John. You
I did
good.
it.
And I think I saw on Twitter, you had, like, the panel's online if people want to find it.
Yeah, as of today, the panel is online and viewable.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So, did you do anything in San Diego Comic-Con?
No,
Did you see anything cool?
no.
Did you smell anything weird?
Ugh.
Confunk.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But, like, the best con funk, right?
Oh, clearly, like highest grade confunk.
Yeah. Or, like, the most powerful.
It was clearly a con that earned its funk completely. High grade.
Right.
Oh, that's so
How
depressing.
hot was it there?
Like the first day was actually colder than it was in Calgary.
Oh, okay.
I
All
believe
But then it was super muggy the last 2 days. And people, like, there were native San Diegoans were just like, yeah, it's not normally like this.
Huh. All right.
So that was great. Like, we were just melting the whole time, basically.
Cool.
Then you come back here and melt more.
Yeah, no, especially with my apartment that has, like, no air conditioning. I have to just have fans on constantly.
This has been sitting in the sun for a week while you've been gone.
No, I opened the room. I opened the apartment when I came back. I was just like, oh, it's a toaster. Great.
Yeah. We preheated it for you for when you got back.
I
so.
really appreciate that.
Yeah. You'll never be cold again.
Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't want to be cold during, July.
Hey, all I can say is, like, stop complaining about the heat, because you guys get, like, 3 weeks of summer a year.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
But
like,
I'm a spring fall person, so like when it becomes those temperatures, I'm set, and then when it becomes
Yep.
winter or summer, I complain.
Yeah, I fucking hate the summer. I hate the sun
no,
so much.
hotter the better, man.
No, I hate it.
I love it so much.
Okay, listen, we should blow up the sun.
This sounds like a plan I might be able to get behind.
All right.
If I learned anything from Superman 4, is that blowing up the sun cannot backfire at all.
Right, nothing could go wrong with this plan.
I think that's true, yeah. Like, it's not, like, the science seems to, like, the science that you haven't said yet seems pretty solid. So,
Right,
great. Okay.
cool. This is a top-down perspective. Welcome. Blowing up the sun every week. I'm one of the hosts here, Paul. With me is Sean.
Yep.
And John.
Yo.
John is the most exhausted panda I have ever seen in my life.
I'm so sleepy right now, not gonna lie. I don't know why, I was fine earlier, then just like 7:30, 8 o'clock onwards, just bam, been dead.
You're ready for sleep. You're ready to go to bed.
The worst part is probably after the podcast, I'll probably still be up for a couple of hours.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Because I probably won't be able to sleep.
Oh, well, yeah.
What about playing some video games?
I might just have to clean my apartment because it's been overdue.
Oh, the apartment cleaning
Or,
video games.
Yes.
actually, all right, full bulletproof plan here.
All right.
Just heat up that apartment even further. Just go all the way.
Right.
And eventually you'll just burn all the bad stuff in there.
It's like an oven.
Yeah, exactly.
This seems like the best idea.
Yeah,
And
just
I
turn
can't
on-
see how it would backfire at all.
Get rid of those fans. They're not helping.
No.
They're probably making things dirtier. They're probably circulating all the bad stuff.
Right. Exactly.
I should have not got the dirt dispensing fans. You're right. This was a big flaw in my plan.
Just turn the shower on to hot, and just leave it running. Clog that tub. Get it all hot in there and steamy, and then just go on another trip. I think it'll just work itself out.
Yeah, go on
yeah,
another trip.
Just leave for
Why
home
not?
again.
Yeah, go away again, John. You brought the sun with you. We don't
I know.
appreciate it.
My bad. I should have done it.
To be fair,
But John,
there's-
since you've been gone, what have you been playing?
Shovel Knight.
Great.
right,
All right.
yeah.
That.
Did you beat it?
No.
Oh,
Wow.
really? I thought you have beaten it like way before I did.
No,
Yeah.
I beat the entrance to the Tower of Fate yesterday.
Oh, that has such good music, that stage.
It does. Yes.
Yeah, so I've got the final stage left. That's all I have left to Shovel Knight.
Like, what was the last thing you did in Shovel Knight then? Just that, like, the first part of the tower?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
the tower has 3 parts.
Oh, it does? Well, then never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, because you were saying I'm on the last one. I was thinking, no, there's another part.
All right. Well, then I have 2 parts left to Shovel Knight.
To be
then.
fair, I think the last one is just a boss fight.
The last one is just a boss fight. Yes.
All right.
So
That second last one's pretty cool too, though.
the boss fight or the just stage in general?
Well, the stage has a cool boss fight that I don't want to spoil.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you should be doing tonight, John.
Maybe, I don't know. I've also been playing this puzzle game called Tappingo.
Okay.
Now I saw this on like the upcoming games list. Is it out yet, or am I thinking of Tappingo 2?
You might be thinking of the sequel. I don't know. This one's out. I'm playing it.
When did it come out? Recently or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
It literally in game just says it's called Tappingo.
Hold on. I found this game and I turned it on. Okay.
But like the
Oh,
the
I was thinking
avatar
of-
for it, the avatar says 2 on it, but
Tappingo 2 for the 3DS comes out on the 28th of August.
oh well, then never mind. I guess the sequel does come out soon.
So you're playing the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all right. It's a weird slide puzzle kind of game. You have like these certain blocks that are marked off like with a number 1, 2, 3, 4, and up to like I've seen 10 so far, and you have to slide them in a direction so that they take up exactly that many spaces. But they will keep moving until they hit something, so they have to hit a block to stop the correct amount of spaces. So you have to basically figure out how to like move all these pieces in the correct order so that they will connect and create an image, like an N64 controller, a Game Boy, a pair of cherries, whatever.
Oh, quickly before I forget, that you mentioned Game Boy. Apparently, it's like the 25th birthday today of the Game Boy.
Nice.
So
Cool.
What's your favorite Game Boy game?
Donkey Kong.
Okay. Thanks.
Donkey Kong.
I've got so much energy today. Yay.
Clearly. You know, I'm gonna just like confirm that because I didn't really even look it up. April
Great.
21st in Japan. Well, someone lied to me.
I assume in
Oh
North
no,
America.
hang on. In North America, July 31st, 1989.
We did it.
We did it. We got
What's
something
your-
correct.
What's
Yay.
what? And oh, I'm looking at the launch games for the Game Boy, and
Yeah.
it was Super Mario Land,
Yep.
Mhm.
Alleyway, Baseball, Tetris, Tennis, and Yakuman. All 3 regions got all of those on launch, except only Japan got Yakuman.
With a name like that, I'm not surprised.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but it. I
You
don't even know.
seem really into looking into it right now.
Well, it's
Yeah.
something about tiles. I don't know what that is. I know
Is
what
it
Tetris
is it just a Shanghai game? Is that what it is?
just a Shanghai game? What is
That's so
Shanghai?
racist.
No, it's not. That's actually the name of the game, and you know it.
What is Shanghai?
Well,
Why-
You go for it.
while we're waiting, Tetris
Oh,
would probably be my favorite Game Boy game, I guess. I always played that, so it was the only game I had for the original Game Boy for years.
I
So.
think mine has to be Pokemon Gold.
All right. All respectable.
Gold
choices.
specifically too, huh? Not just like Pokemon in general.
Gold is the Pokemon game I put more time into than any other Pokemon game.
Okay. Cool.
So,
There you go. Pokemon Gold
He's
is
not a
nice now.
silver man. He's not a silver man at all.
no.
No.
Anyways, you were saying tap and go, you slide blocks, you make pictures, you get money.
No. Well, I wish. Slide blocks, get bitches.
Yeah. Just
Right.
living that
exactly.
tap and go lifestyle.
It's a hard tap and go life for me.
Yeah. Is it good? How much was it on the 3DS?
I honestly don't remember anymore.
Did
I
you
want to
just
say it
find
was-
this on your system?
I just woke up one day and it was there. I'm like, all
No,
right.
you
I
were
guess I'll
just
play
like,
it.
what games do I have here? Oh, I haven't played this one yet. Here we go.
Well, I guess that does remind me. I guess there was another game I was playing while I was traveling.
Okay.
Sudoku.
Nice.
Oh man, what is that? Tell me all about Sudoku.
Have you ever played Sudoku in real life?
Yeah.
Then you've played Sudoku on your 3DS.
Okay.
Okay. I love Sudoku, so I'm stoked that you played a bunch of it. There you go.
Is it 3D?
Probably. Probably
it-
not. Actually, probably not.
Is it a good use of 3D?
No.
Is there a good use of the gyroscope?
No.
Okay. Is there Street Pass?
It's made by a company named Hamster, if that makes you feel better.
That honestly, that does. That makes you feel better. But what are the Street Pass functions?
There aren't any.
Oh, come on! Even like normal Sudoku has Street Pass. Why they're just dropping the ball here?
I was gonna say, normal Street Pass is literally just handing them the book of Sudoku.
Yeah, just hey, can you help me out?
Can you help me out? Yeah. Like,
Okay.
what would you Street Pass? Just like numbers? Like, oh shit, I gotta find somebody with a 3. I gotta finish this.
That would be incredible. Like you can
I could actually see that being alright.
That would be a crazy, like social networking. Just I need a 3 here. I know this is where 3 is, but I don't like. It's like a weird Animal Crossing. Only I have cherries. So when you start, only I have 4s. People have to Street Pass me if they want a 4.
Oh man,
That's crazy. Let's
That
kickstart this.
that is actually not a bad idea for like some weird social
What's
experiment.
gonna happen if someone actually makes this though?
No, because this is what's going to happen.
Anarchy.
And if you can't find someone, pay 99 cents and you can have a 4. Boom.
Ooh.
Money in the bank. It's free to
Or
play.
Pay
add
to win
99
Sudoku.
cents after the number
Pay
you
to win
need.
Sudoku.
So
Yeah.
like if you need an 8, it's actually $8.99.
Well, actually, the game is smart enough. It's 99 cents for any number but the one you need. The one you need is like $1.99 because the game knows like you want a 3 right now. So, yeah. And you're just like, damn it, I do want a 3.
This is the scummiest but best idea
I
ever.
swear to God, if Pay to Win Sudoku ends up on like the App Store
Pay to
in like
win.
a couple weeks,
Yeah. Oh, there you go. What's better, John, Tappingo or Sudoku?
Tappingo was pretty good.
Are you going to get Tappingo too?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm blasting through some of these puzzles pretty fast.
So like it's too easy?
For now, but I mean, there's like 100-something puzzles, and I've only done 30, so.
Like when you said slide puzzle, I was thinking of like those actual ones where it's like, you know, like a 4x4 picture and you got to slide.
Oh no, yeah, no, nothing like that. It's like, all right,
I hate those.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who legitimately likes those.
Yeah.
Like I have one. I don't know how I got it when I was a kid, but it's of like a bug, and that's not fun. So it's a bug. So even if I do succeed, I'm looking at a bug. Who wants to do that?
I had one of
Nobody wants to
Toucan
do that.
Sam. I had one of Toucan Sam.
That's
as a
way
kid.
better. He's all like, follow your nose, and you're like, you're right, Toucan Sam. I'm gonna do that.
That's good life advice. Thanks, Toucan Sam.
Just
Oh,
hey,
man.
when in doubt, follow your nose.
Right.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
Unless you're at Comic-Con, I guess. Then maybe stay away.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless you
actually,
like the rich con
if-
funk.
yeah, if you want to get to Comic-Con, follow your nose. So John should have followed his nose a bit better.
I think
right?
you
He's
could
not real
follow
close.
the giant signs that say "This way to Comic Con." That probably works too.
Well, you didn't. Clearly, you got lost. Ended up at Nerd
Yeah,
HQ.
you got lost along the way.
Yeah.
Almost made it. You were in the right city, but you just
I was wondering what that building was across the street. It looked nice, and a lot of people were going into it. So
Yeah, it cuts to just John's back to it. Where is that convention? It sounds like it's close. Maybe it's over this way, and then just walks off the wrong direction.
Oh, see, now I don't know if Helter Skelter Girl in the chat was right about throne controllers, because she's like, dude, slide puzzles are amazing. She's trolling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Got a conspiracy going here.
The only
Sorry,
good
John.
things involving slide and puzzle are those ones that's like, get the car out of here by sliding.
Oh, traffic jam.
Yeah, sure.
Traffic Jam's great. And then the second thing that's good about slide are actual slides.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah,
Even better
those-
if you add water.
Water slides are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
What
about
about
it.
slide whistles?
John, did you play
You
anything
had
else?
to do the motion.
Yeah.
No, that was it.
All right.
Sean,
Okay.
what have you been playing?
What did I play? All right. I played through all of that new episode of The Walking Dead.
Is this something you can even talk about without spoiling it?
I can talk a bit about it. I have a review. I've finished writing it. I just need to post it. I actually would have posted it before the show, but Google Hangouts was helpful, so I had to deal with stuff.
Right.
I really liked episode 3 a lot. It's probably my favorite Walking Dead. It's probably my favorite Telltale episode out of everything. 4 wasn't that great. It's
Okay.
This season is very odd in which there doesn't seem to be like a major narrative arc. Like there was, but then 3 wrapped a lot of things up, and it's almost like 4's like, all right, let's just kind of keep surviving, I guess. Which is just it's really weird. Like I'm not as like invested in what's going on because it seemed like everything ended. You know, it's a much slower episode because, like I said, 3 just a ton of crazy stuff was going on, and 4's a lot of like, okay, we just need to take a break and talk about how we're feeling, which is fine in some cases. We get to meet a couple new characters that are just really interesting. So that's, you know, it's nice getting some more backstory there. But my biggest complaint was that I felt like this episode was really trying to set up things to come for the finale, because there'll be one more episode after this. And a lot of the cases is like you know, I don't like super minor spoiler. A bunch of people die in this episode.
What?
Yeah, but it almost like they're almost dying like too easily in this one. Like it made it seem like the game's like we just need to like cull the list like real quick because we need to like start the end game kind of. So a lot of my decision making was just like, well, you know, I went to a lot of trouble to save this person earlier on in this episode, but they ended up dying anyway. Or so it's like, should I have even bothered trying to save them at the beginning? Like I could have just let them die then. And then another weird thing was I specifically did things like actually that trying to save someone happened twice where they just ended up dying regardless. Characters die off screen, like people are just kind of dropping. And then the weirdest one is there was this one option where you have, I'm trying to dance around the topic, so this seems really vague, but you have the option to do something or not, and I chose not to do it. You know, I was a good person, I chose not to do the option. And then later on, at like the very end, when the final confrontation comes up, all the characters are talking as if I had done it. Like, it almost made me seem like the game was like, we don't care what you decided, we need the story to go like this. Which just seems like not allowed for a choose-your-own-adventure kind of game.
Yeah, there was I felt they steered clear with that pretty good in season 1, like not too bad. There were glimpses of like, oh, this decision didn't really matter after all, like when everything wrapped up. So
it's not even like that. This is like the most blatantly like they're literally linear. Saying to me, Sean, why did you do that? When I specifically made the decision to not do that, and I didn't do it. Like, it didn't happen, and people are like, you did this, and we're going to, like, attack you now because you did this. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not an issue of, like, you weren't there, maybe you're reading wrong. This character was there, and now they're, like, I don't...
So they're just, like, undermining what choice you made to continue.
Like, the only way they can write this out is if in, like, the next episode the person was like, yeah, dude, I was completely lying just to, like, get everyone riled up. Because that's literally what's happening. Is you are saying you're doing a 180 of what actually happened, like as if I had chosen to do the option. So it was just weird. I need to like read up on what some of the other players did to see like what happens if I had made that choice and whatnot.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just kind of like a pretty slow episode. Again, the whole like starting up a new story almost just seems weird. Like there's no real clear arc to this season now, which sucks because the first 3 episodes had a clear arc, and now it's just like, oh, here's another threat. Like they literally like got rid of a threat, and here's a completely new one. There's no attachments. It's just some time passed, and here's a new threat. Like it's odd. So I'm hoping it was just kind of laying some groundwork to a cool finale. But yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see probably next month, I guess. So
yeah.
At which point you're gonna play through the whole season?
I will eventually for sure. I don't know if it'll be right when it's all like said and done or something.
Are you still planning to do Wolf Among Us?
Yeah, I plan to do that first actually.
Okay, you should do that.
Yeah, I'm more interested. I'm more interested in that than I am in The Walking Dead right now. So I will probably do Wolf Among Us way before Walking Dead, like next week or 2 or something.
Yeah, Walking Dead is better, I will say.
Yeah, you were saying that to me, yeah.
But no, you should do both, and we'll spoiler cast them, man.
Yeah, I'm down.
Apart from that, there was another game. I have it on the list, and it's called Hearthstone. There we go.
Yeah, that one.
I played that Curse of Naxxramas.
Okay, the Arachnid or the Plague Quarter?
What?
The Arachnid Quarter or the Plague Quarter? The Plague Quarter was released this week.
Oh, the Arachnid one, the spiders.
Okay.
So I did those 3 fights. And then I finally unlocked the arena, and I did some of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I had never played or beaten every class, so I didn't have the arena, because I never did practice mode. I just always played online.
Right.
So I was missing, like, beating, like, 2 classes. And I was just like, okay, I'll do practice, and I'll finally get this done. It was pretty short, the spider stuff. Like, it's 3 fights. Literally 3 fights.
Yeah, but did you do heroic?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I didn't do that on a hard mode.
Okay.
But it also just kind of further emphasized how a lot of this game is just kind of luck of the draw. Because I went up against the main spider girl, the final boss.
No.
Okay.
Like the actual spider?
Aren't they? Okay, sure. I thought I saw a lot of spiders.
No.
Okay.
There's only one actual spider.
Okay. I fought the spider girl, and
Okay.
whatever the sexy spider girl was, I fought her.
Oh, the sexy one is Grand Widow Fairlina.
Wait, there's actually a sexy one.
It's a girl. She's a cultist, like a leader of a cult. She isn't a spider.
And
she's
it's
a
World of
human.
Warcraft, and she's a girl, so of course she's a sexy girl.
Yes, exactly. There's that. Anyways, you fought her, yes?
Fought her, and I was getting destroyed, and then I was just like, okay, let's try this again. And I destroyed her in like 2 turns, because it's just I was drawing all the right cards, and she barely played. Like, it was like, okay, that I didn't learn anything. Moving on.
She was the one I had all the tough time on.
Oh,
Like, she was
I
the hardest
originally
one.
did, and then it was just luck of the draw, and it was just like, and what did you learn from this? Nothing. I guess try again.
Sure, yeah. There is some of that for sure.
So, there's no way I'm ever gonna get enough coins to afford the second one, and I'm not paying for it, so I'm probably done with Curse of Naxxramas.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that's all I played, and I believe you played it, so that's a nice.
Yeah,
segue.
so whereas you're done, I already paid for it, so I will be
Okay.
getting these every week and talking about each quarter every week for the next month.
Cool. What's the new quarter like?
Then, well, it's the Plague Quarter, and it has some annoying-ass bosses in it.
Wouldn't it be a 5th?
Hmm?
Isn't there 5, so it's a 5th? Why do you keep calling it a quarter?
Because their quarters, and the actual rated stuff is 4, like 4 quarters, and then the last wing is like the boss fight. So there's actually only 4 areas, with the last one being the boss, the center, sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I was actually just playing it today. Last week when this all came out, I actually played it the night it was released, so I had some time to play it Tuesday and Wednesday night. That's why I was able to get everything done. I'm still working my way through it today, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. I finished the normal mode. I finished the class challenges easy enough. Now I'm doing the heroic mode, and it's really tough.
Oh, right. There's class challenges. I'll actually probably do those.
Yeah, those give you cards.
Right.
So you might as well. They're good cards they give you
What's the unique thing about this one? Because it was all like spidery kind of characters in the first one, and they were all about when they die, what's the ability, like Death Cry or something? Whenever they die, they get an ability.
Okay, Death Rattle cards are like what the Nax pack, like the whole thing, adventure thing.
Oh, it's all that kind of stuff?
It's all Death Rattle based, so it's all kind of like that. But whereas the Arachnid Quarter is obviously dealing with spiders and poison and stuff, Plague Quarter is dealing more with I don't know how to say it for somebody who hasn't just played WoW and seen this stuff, but I don't know.
We'll just say it for listeners, I guess, then.
Yeah, there was a whole plague that turned everybody undead sort of thing into the Scourge. It just deals with that. So there's
Is it
slime, zombies and reincarnating things and more poison stuff, and it's just that's the whole theme for all of this shit basically.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. This is the first time the end boss for this is Lotheb, and he is the most unfair that I've ever seen in heroic mode. He has 99 health, and he consistently just does 3 damage to you for free.
Whoa.
So you have to beat him in about 4 or 5 turns.
Why 99 health?
Yes.
Is does anyone else have more than 30 health? Because I'm only ever used to 30
Yeah.
health.
Yeah. They, for the most part, they all have 45 in this one, if
On
I remember
heroic?
correctly. On regular as well.
No, it was just 30.
In the play quarter?
Yeah.
This new one I'm talking about. You didn't play the...
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you meant like all of them.
No, no. And in the Arachnid quarter, there was one, I think, with 45 in the heroic. But
It would
not...
have to be heroic. Yeah, because it was just
Yeah.
30. I've only ever seen 30. So.
Yeah, no. So in this one, he has 99. He starts off with a 3/6 taunt on the field, and he does 3 damage to you every turn.
A 3/6 with taunt. Wow.
Yeah, it's gross. It's really fucking dumb. But
Okay.
so yeah, I'm banging my head against that a little bit right now, but
John,
whatever.
any interest in Hearthstone?
Not really, honestly.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
I feel like sort of, but I don't want to fall back in the trap of like collectible card games, even if it's a digital one. They only hold my interest for so long.
Okay. Like it's.
I agree with you. That's why I'm playing this game again, is because this is a single player mode. I got burnt out from playing the like...
Yeah, like I haven't touched it in about 2 months or whatever. So.
And as soon as I'm done with all these, like when they're done releasing these every week and I've done them, I will probably put it on the back burner again.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just having fun with the single player aspect sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I was playing that a little bit today, and I'll be playing more of that. I started playing EVE Online though, and this is the... Yeah, okay.
Do you know? Did you like know how to play it from previous, or is this like
No,
completely fresh?
completely fresh.
Okay, this is interesting.
So I have a friend.
Is his name Microsoft Excel?
It is not Microsoft Excel.
Okay.
His
Dude,
name
you should
is...
become friends with that guy. He's a blast.
Sure. His name is actually Ty, and basically he was like, "Oh, dude, EVE Online is $5 or something on Steam right now." So I was like, "Okay." He was as into EVE Online for years as I was into WoW back a long time ago, so he knows this game very well.
Okay.
And he's like, "I will train you to be the best." I was like,
All right.
"Okay, let's do it." And
All right. So,
the first night I installed it and went in, I was like, "What the fuck have I done?" Like
it honestly just look like spreadsheets, because that's what I hear. But how can it look like spreadsheets?
Okay, it doesn't look like spreadsheets. The spreadsheets are how everything works, though, if that makes any sense from what I've seen so far. So the first impression is you go in, it's like, create your character. You're like, okay, this is an MMO. Cool. I create my character. I find out the reason you create your character is to take an in-game portrait for what your portrait will look like to other players. That's it. There's no avatar stuff. You're flying a ship. So I was like, okay. Then it brings you into this like docking station where it shows your ship, and there's just like 30 menus available, and you're just like, all right,
way too much info.
all right, here we go. Like, here we go. The tutorial is like 23 screens, quote unquote, long,
How did you make it through that?
and it's basically what I have gotten from this game is that you can do anything in this universe, but we're not going to tell you how to do very much at all. So it's like, go to like this galaxy and this blah 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 whatever. Okay, let's just warp there then. It's like, what am I doing now? I don't fucking know. I guess I got to kill something or whatever. It's
Did
the
you join
weirdest.
a faction or something? Did you do any like meaningful content?
There's never meaningful content in MMOs until you're in endgame, ever.
Okay. Did
So-
you join like?
Golden rule.
Did you join like a spy organization in Russia, and now you're the Canadian correspondent?
No.
Okay.
But I was told when I started, like, he was too tired that night to get started. He's like, we'll get started on this when we both have a day off. He's like, get this thing trained up, this thing trained up. Most importantly, don't talk to anybody and don't accept any requests. I was just like, oh shit. Like, I don't know any other
What do you
MMO.
say about
Like, the person trying to teach you it, the first thing they say to you is don't talk to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. This is an online game, and just don't interact with anyone.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit terrifying. It's been the anti-MMO that I've seen so far, and like I think he's put it that way too. Because the things I like to do when I create or when I try an MMO out is I want to create my character. Okay, character looks cool. This game, your character is completely useless, so you wasted your time creating one. Okay,
Isn't
fine.
your character like your ship? Wouldn't that be
No.
kind of be your character? No?
Well, yeah, but like you create a human character for a portrait. There's no other reason why you create it.
Okay.
So the whole create a character aspect just completely gone. Then there's like, I'm gonna look around this environment, kill some stuff, do some quests, whatever, try to level up. You don't level up. You just like train stuff, and training stuff can take anywhere from 7 hours for like low level training to 9 days is what I'm waiting for the next one.
Okay, but so what are you looking at? Like, are you looking at like a bunch of, here's space, there's a bunch of stars, and I see my ship in the middle of the screen?
Mm-hmm.
And so what are you training? Like, do you leave your ship, or what are you...
No.
Are you training
you
stats
click on a
for the
menu.
ship?
Yeah, you can train your abilities without actually playing the game, if memory serves me, which was the main reason I thought it was such a jarring thing.
What you do is you log into the game to train. You go train up this, and then queue the next one, and then you just log off, and then like periodically go back in and check to make sure your training queues are full, because you don't want to waste any time. You like your character trains or whatever while you're not there, or while you're there. It doesn't really matter. It just happens in the background. But
Just trains.
So where's the play? What are you playing? That sounds like not playing.
so far, it's been like kind of fetch quests across the galaxy, and it's basically warping to and from places, killing a few like other starships or something.
So there's like you are shooting, like there's a shooting mini game or something.
There's you click on a ship and then
you click on a ship and then you set it to shoot, and then you wait until it's done being shot at, and then you go home.
Are you at least like comparing like my attack is better than your defense, so it'll do like
Yeah, there's like shields and armor for defense and
okay, so are you like converting power like FTL kind of stuff?
no. Well, yeah, but no. Like not right now for me because I'm just in the starter ship. I just started this game. So
Okay, so you're literally just doing a lot of waiting.
yeah.
that's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
I will say, like, everybody says it's like spreadsheets the game. It isn't, because there is a game there. It's just that the spreadsheets are powering that game. There's no game engine.
Right.
Like it's basically like done in Excel or something where formulas are working
It basically just sounds like you're just kind of filling out the spreadsheet and then waiting for it to calculate.
Kind of.
And then just coming back and okay.
I will say though, the space looks beautiful. Looks great.
That dark void, really good.
There's no dark void. It's all like the sparkly stuff, Like if you look at NASA pictures of galaxies and stuff, it's the stereotypical galaxy garbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna keep playing, and
I don't know because
do you have like a goal? Like, are you like I want to do this in Eve, or is it just I'm experiencing?
I'm experiencing Eve.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
so if anything changes with that, I will let you know. Otherwise, I probably won't talk about it again unless something changes.
Okay.
Because otherwise, I'll just be like, I waited in Eve again. Next. And we'll just keep going that way.
You should like keep kind of passively playing it until like one of those major events happen, so we
and
can
then go see it firsthand.
And then see it firsthand and report back and be like, dude, you should have seen it. This ship that costs as much as New York was blown up.
Yeah, it's like you thought you had some troubles moving, Sean. Yeah. That amount of money you had to put down. Blown up digitally.
Blown up. There was pirates and something about the Australians forgot to look at something, and then the Russians were like, it's now or never. I don't know. That happened like, about 6 months ago, something big in Eve happened?
Less than that, I think.
It was definitely earlier this year. I just remember that weird things happened.
Corporate espionage.
I like hearing about the big stuff in Eve.
I do too, honestly. It's great. But I've been micromanaging that, I guess, in my spare time. Other than that, I started playing Lucius today.
It's that game with the boy's face.
That's the game that looks like The Omen. Yes.
Okay.
Third person walk around and sabotage stuff so people die simulator.
Okay. Is this just a reverse like deception or what?
It is you are like a little kid. You're Lucius, right? And you are basically
With a
killing.
name like
peop-
Lucius, you're probably going to be some kind of demon kid. Like,
Well, yeah, you're like
who names their kid Lucius and he's like, oh, he's going to be pleasant?
right. No, the very beginning shows him get like possessed by the devil or something, and you talk to the devil in a few cutscenes, and the devil has the worst voice acting I've ever heard, and you
Okay.
have some telekinetic power you get right away that's absolutely god awful. I don't know. That game is very, very not good, but it is still intriguing because it's just like walking around and trying to find out what the puzzle is to kill this person so they don't realize it's a kid doing this. Like, the first thing you do is you lock an old lady cleaning the freezer, like, in the freezer, and then she just dies, of course, and you have to go back at night, grab the padlock so people don't realize she was locked in there, and then that's, like, the first mission.
This sounds like you're describing Hitman to me.
It's not as good as Hitman, but yeah,
So
sure.
wait, what's your goal in this? Why are you murdering people?
As far as I can tell, it's because I'm evil, and murdering people is fun, but there seems to be weird lessons in here. First of all, you can do chores in this game for, like, presents or something, so I cleaned my room for about 10 minutes, and then I went and helped a dude move some boxes to the freezer, and now I have to go take out the trash.
What did you get as a present?
I don't know. Well, the first thing I got was a Ouija board, which is kind of like, okay, you must know your kid's the devil, right? Like, why are you letting him talk to the underworld if you
Okay.
don't know this? Or you're asking for it. You can't feel sorry for people that buy their kid a Ouija board when all of a sudden supernatural shit's happening. I'm sorry. That just doesn't work. But anyways, like I was saying, there's this whole thing where it's like, doing your chores yields you a reward in-game. Okay. Also, the people you're killing, the first guy is a smoker, and that plays into how you kill him. Second guy's a drunk. The next lady's
so it's like Saw.
like obese. So it's like it's kind of like people that do these bad things are gonna die. You should do your chores. It's there's a weird
And it's gonna,
underlying
speed
like
up the process.
yeah, this is good for kids sort of game.
So wait,
But,
the lady you put in the freezer, why did she need to be in the freezer? Is she just like
because of a tutorial and she's a maid. So she's terrible maid. I don't know.
You did not do a good job cleaning, so we're gonna lock you in the freezer.
Sure.
like
Yeah.
like the ones before were almost like these people suffer from like vices kind of, right? Like I was thinking Saw, but now this lady, but she's just like, and just whatever to her. Like we just need to kill her.
I like that the detective's name is MacGuffin.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, right? I know. I laughed so hard. It was great. But yeah, that game's not very good, and I would suggest people don't buy it, but if somebody gives it to you, you should probably try it. It's been entertaining me for whatever god-awful reason. I think I just like this whole puzzly aspect like Hitman had. Like, how am I going to kill this person? But the problem is, there is only one specific way to kill this person, kind of like there's one specific way to solve a murder in Murdered Soul Suspect. Like, there's a linear way you have to do this, and you have to find things specifically to do it in this game. So, I don't know. Something about the crappy gameplay of those two games is appealing to me, where it's linear, but like they're trying to make you feel like it's not. I don't know.
You should
And-
play Walking Dead. That game's linear, but they try to make you feel like it's not.
That was some of the problems I had with the first, but I still like the first, so I will probably play The Walking Dead.
Cool.
That's it. That's all I did.
All right, let's move on to the news then.
Yeah. These are all Sean.
All right. This week, Naughty Dog put on an event in LA called The Last of Us One Night Live, which they took The Last of Us was motion captured by actors, and they brought those actors back to play out all of the main mocapped scenes. So like the beginning, the end, just kind of any big moment that happened in The Last of Us, and you could watch it live if you wanted to. Jeff Keighley hosted it, because of course he did. It relates to video games.
Right, and there was Doritos everywhere.
I was gonna say, was your Mountain Dew and Doritos sponsored?
Of course
No,
it was.
there wasn't, but honestly, it is weird how much video game related stuff. Like he is just like if you're doing something with video games, Jeff Keighley will be there hosting it. So anyway,
That is how he puts food on the table. So
professional, just host. That's your job title is host.
Sure.
Okay, sure. One thing that was kind of interesting to note is there was a behind the scenes video that was put out a while back when The Last of Us came out, just showing off. It was kind of like a dev diary of how they did some of the mocap stuff, and they were specifically showing off the final scene, which I won't spoil. But what was kind of funny is they had a lot of trouble getting it down correctly, and one of the things that the director said is just for fun, hey, you should sing your line. And he only told one of the actors that, and it was the person who was going to have the first line. And then the guy who plays Joel just kind of was like, why is she singing? And just kind of went along with it, and they sang the whole final scene. And they performed that one live too, which I thought was pretty interesting. They didn't do the final scene normally. They did just the song version, and that is all online. You can watch that entire thing online. Sony put up the archive of it. So again, yeah, that's The Last of Us One Night Live if you're interested in that. It's kind of cool seeing the voice actors because they sound exactly like those guys. Again, with PlayStation, we have the PlayStation Plus games for August announced. Let me get this list up. For PS4, it's going to be Road Not Taken, which I don't know what that is. Fez, which I do know what that is. PlayStation 3 is Crysis 3 and Proteus. And PlayStation Vita is Metrico, which I have no idea what that is, and Dragon's Crown.
I would love to play Dragon's Crown.
You left out that Fez and Dragon's Crown are both cross-buy with Vita and PS4.
Oh, are they? Cool.
Yeah, the list I have open says if you get it Fez for one of them, it's a cross-buy with PS4 and Vita.
Well, that's cool.
And Dragon's Crown is a cross-buy with PS3 and Vita.
Is Dragon Crown the Super Boob
game? And same with Proteus, actually. Yeah, Dragon's Crown's the Super Boob game.
Hell yeah.
That's the beat 'em up, the gauntlet style game.
Fuck whatever. I ain't above that. I want to play that.
It's actually a solid game. So.
I've heard it's actually solid, and that's what pisses people off. Because otherwise it's like, oh yeah, another booby game or whatever. It's garbage. But this one's like, no, people like it. So.
Right. I don't know what Metrico is. Do any of you have any idea what Metrico is?
Metrico sounds familiar. Let me just look up a screinshot for it.
You might be thinking of Tropico, because that's what I thought originally.
The box art here does not look like Tropico. And I have no idea what Road Not Taken is either. So.
Okay, yeah, Metrico. I've never seen this before, so I don't have any idea actually.
But anyway, those are those games. This is mainly just kind of interesting to me. So Xbox Fitness is still a thing on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
There's now been an update to it where you can get all of the P90X workouts, which again, I'm just a big fan of P90X. And there's also new exclusive workouts from the P90X people, which is cool because that's stuff I haven't seen. And you have to pay, I think it's like $60 to get it all, which sounds like a lot, but it's still cheaper than if you just bought P90X by itself. Obviously, the Xbox One is not cheaper. However, back when I tried it, I wasn't a huge fan. So, I don't know. I guess it's good for the cardio stuff. Little Big Planet 3 is coming out November 18th. Who's excited?
I've
never enjoyed those games. They're platformers with bad floaty platforming. So...
It didn't seem the demo I played of 3 didn't seem as bad as the previous one, so I feel like maybe
that actually makes me a little more excited then, because I want to like them. I just didn't.
But I thought 2 handled a bit better than 1, but still had some issues, but not nearly as bad as 1. 1 was the worst by far.
1 was so bad, yeah.
The games for the PAX 10 were announced.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, I don't know the majority of these games, which I seem to recall last year or for the last couple PAXs, it was a lot of games, and some of them were even already out.
Mm.
So I'll just go through the list. I don't know if you guys have heard of any of these. Duet for iOS.
Yeah, the Giant Bomb guys have talked about that a little bit.
They talked about Duet?
Like on the podcast, they played an alpha build or something of it.
Really? Are you sure you're not thinking of Bounden?
I don't think so. I remember the name Duet. Somebody was talking about it. I haven't seen anything about it, though.
Okay. Flickers,
Okay.
Framed, which actually I do know of Framed, which sounds really cool. Life Goes On, Mushroom 11, Nova 111, Poof versus the Cursed Kitty, Skullduggery, which I've heard that name before.
Yeah, that one sounds familiar.
Stickbold. I think I said that right. Stickbold with an exclamation point. And the Counting Kingdom. So, look for those, I guess. I'm sure a lot of them will be interesting. The PAX 10 usually are pretty interesting. All right. Okay, here's a kind of a weird news story. So, Activision announced that if you buy Skylanders, what's the new one called? Trap something?
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Trap Force? Trap Attack?
Trap Team.
Trap Rap?
Okay.
Paul, aren't you like into Skylanders?
I got out during Giants because I was like, I almost had all of them for the original, and then I was just like, Giants? Nope, I can't do it. I can't do this anymore.
Are you a Disney Infinity fan?
Not really.
Okay. Anyway, Activision came out and said if you purchase Skylanders Trap Team on the Wii, you get a download code for free for the Wii U version in every box.
Okay.
That's just kind of interesting. And I found out apparently this is the second last game coming out to the Wii, and the last one is Just Dance 2015 later this year.
Why not?
Which I just thought that was kind of an interesting fact, that those are the last two Wii games.
Well, I mean, Just Dance is one of, if not the best-selling third-party game on the Wii, so why not, right?
No, for sure. It makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't. I was just, hey, that's the last one. There you go. Interesting. Now we know. And specifically because I just kept in the last few episodes being like, why are people still buying Wiis? And I guess it's for Skylanders and Just Dance.
There you go.
San Diego Comic-Con, a bit of news came out from there. Last of Us movie was announced. So they're doing that, and I think I heard that girl from Game of Thrones is playing Ellie.
I heard that Bruce Campbell's playing Joel.
I don't think that's true.
I think Bruce Campbell is playing Ellie.
I believe that. That's it. That's it. You figured it out.
That would be so good.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't know the actor name or the character name.
Yeah, Maisie Williams. She's Arya Stark in the show.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I watched the first season, then I stopped because I don't like it.
Okay, I did the same thing. So anyway, the young girl character from Game of Thrones, I believe, is playing Ellie. But yes, Last of Us movie. That's the thing. And then another thing from San Diego Comic-Con was Telltale announced Walking Dead Season 3. Which, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I just looked it up. They don't know what role Campbell's going to be in, but he's probably going to be Joel. And because Sam Raimi is the director.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. Yeah.
There you go. So you were correct. I don't know. I'm just trying to think who else he could be, and there wasn't that many other prominent male roles. I guess there's a couple, but not. Yeah. I don't know. So Walking Dead Season 3, I don't know where they would go with it. I would hope it would be a completely new cast again. I'm kind of done with Clementine.
What if she's the only one to survive again? Or what if she's the focus again?
Well, no, because there's been characters that have left the group before. Several times. So there's other people out there, and they could be like, hey, remember this character? Like, specifically, Season 1. Paul, do you remember that girl that was introduced in Episode 4, and she left in Episode 4? And she was awesome?
Yeah! What the hell was up with that?
Yeah. She had that cool like wrench, knife, hook thing.
Yeah.
That she used for everything. Like, what is she doing? She was cool. Base it on her. Anyway, I don't know what Season 3 is going to be about, but of course they're doing a Season 3. I'm curious if they're going to do a Wolf Among Us Season 2. I don't know. And then the last thing is some info of all the games that Sony's going to be showing at Gamescom. The whole list is out there. I'm not going to go through the whole list because it's pretty big. But what was interesting is some unannounced titles ended up on this list, specifically games that were out only on PS3, so I guess they're coming to PS4 now. Stuff like Journey. That was kind of the big one. Unfinished Swan's also there.
I think the important thing is that this list says PS4 is getting Surgeon Simulator.
Yes, it does. Great. I thought, isn't half the fun of Surgeon Simulator that the keyboard makes it just impossible to play?
That's what I thought. But Octodad's on PS4, so...
That's true. Huh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Journey. Would you guys play Journey again?
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's right. You didn't like Journey. Paul, did you like Journey?
I did.
Okay. I would probably play that again. I played that twice in 1 week. So, I'm trying to think if anything else is sticking out here.
Minecraft.
Nope. It's already out, isn't it?
On like everything, yeah. So. Hatsune Miku Project Diva F2. Duh.
Yeah, you know, that series is actually not that bad.
Is that actually on this list?
It's on the Vita list.
It's on the Vita list.
Oh. That J-pop festival I went to, Sega was there as a vendor, and they were playing one of those games.
Oh yeah.
I didn't wait in line to play it.
It was probably Diva F2.
Okay. They had signs that said no cameras. So, sorry
Okay.
I couldn't take some photos.
I'm okay with it.
I think we'll be able to we'll be able to sleep tonight. Don't worry.
You're forgiven.
Okay, thanks guys. That's all the news that I picked up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, let's go on to emails.
I'm actually gonna get. Paul, did you look at the emails?
I did.
Okay,
Oh no, I didn't because I had to get off right away because you got it working.
right. I will go to the emails.
Okay.
There are some.
Why don't we start with Twitter then?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So Micah L for the win. Michael, I guess, for the win. Now that I read his actual name.
There you go.
Coffee or tea?
Neither.
Sean?
Neither. I don't drink hot drinks.
Same.
Oh, that's right.
Same. We're both the same on that.
Wait,
I
you don't
drink
drink hot
both.
drinks, John?
I don't like hot drinks. No.
I did not know that. Dude, we're like brothers.
Exactly. That's it. That's the one thing that connects brothers is their dislike.
That's the one thing that connects brothers. Not blood.
Dude, you can tell we're brothers. Neither of us like hot drinks. And that's when we do like a high five over our heads to each other.
Right.
What did you say, Paul? What was your answer?
I drink both.
So what coffee or tea?
I drink coffee every day and tea on occasion.
So coffee is your... John, if you had to pick one.
Tea, probably.
Yeah.
I'd probably go tea as well, even though it's kind of... iced tea? Can I pick iced tea?
I feel like if iced tea's in it, that might be cheating. But
There's iced coffee.
That's
which
true.
I don't like iced coffee. I don't really even drink
either,
iced tea. How about, does Coffee Crisp count for coffee? They're
Yes.
probably the same, right?
Yeah.
I've had a Coffee Crisp.
Okay. So
How do you
coffee.
feel about living in a country that doesn't have those, by the way?
America doesn't have Coffee Crisp?
Apparently, because when we went to a Canadian con, all my American friends were like, "This coffee crisp is amazing. I gotta take boxes home." So I
Weird.
assume it to be.
Okay, chat, is that true? Does America have Coffee Crisp? To be fair, I don't care. I don't eat candy bars.
What
ever.
about ketchup chips? Do you miss those?
I don't eat chips, and I knew the ketchup chip thing.
Okay.
But we have more flavors of Mountain Dew, which I also don't drink, but I guess
Yeah, I don't like Mountain Dew.
when I was a kid, that really bugged me that we didn't have all the Mountain Dew, because I loved Mountain Dew. So.
Okay.
Cool,
Next
there you go.
question is from Foul Marshmallow. He sent in 3 on Twitter.
Oh boy.
Okay. Sean, will you
Yeah.
ever stream games again?
Oh, probably. I did that like a couple times with Infamous because of the PS4. So yeah, maybe, I guess. I haven't sat down and played for like big chunks of time though.
John, will you ever have an RPG night where you play RPGs?
Probably.
And
well, hang
I'm
on.
not answering my question.
Follow-up question to that though. Will you ever have an RPG night where you play shooters?
So play Mass Effect. Got it.
Yeah, there you go.
You should totally do that. We are going to play games that have RPG elements in them.
And then just put in Borderlands.
Yeah, or just find some like really obscure like rationale, and then find a list of games that meet that really specific criteria.
Well, I'm playing a role in this game, RPG.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna play games that have elevator music in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's start with GoldenEye.
There you go.
Oh God.
Mass Effect 1.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That'd be great. You should come up with obscure lists of games.
I will only play games with citadels in them.
Exactly. You should totally do this. Now I'm
Okay.
trying to think of just some weird lists.
Of like RPGs.
No, just of like anything, like a weird theme night.
Oh, weird theme night.
Yeah.
You could just do something weird and just be like the color purple is tonight's theme, and it's just
And then
like
and
random
you play,
shit.
like Saints Row. And you
Yeah.
play Hotline Miami. No, that's more
Okay.
like
Well,
You'd play some Wolf Among Us. Yeah, you would. That's a big purple game.
okay. Are we ready to move on?
I like to point out in the chat a number of people are saying, "What the hell is Coffee Crisp?"
What? Oh man, it's only like the fourth best candy bar.
That-
That's not true. I have no idea. Coffee
It's
Crisp.
okay.
Coffee Crisp is basically if you took coffee and froze it and wrapped it in chocolate, and then it wasn't actually frozen inside.
Okay.
That's basically a Coffee Crisp.
This is the most confusing answer.
Yeah.
No, it's like
No.
it's like if you make like like a snow cone, but it's actually a coffee snow cone.
This isn't helping.
And then you wrap the coffee snow cone in chocolate.
This is not even remotely what a Coffee Crisp is.
What are you
I'm
talking
Canadian.
about?
I can confirm this is exactly what a coffee crisp is.
Oh, well then never mind then.
As a Canadian, I can tell you this is true.
As a Canadian that drinks coffee, no less, I can guarantee that that's exactly what it is. All right. Foul Marshmallow's next question. What character has your favorite palette swaps? It can also be types of characters with lots of colors, like Yoshi's or Kirby's.
Favorite palette swaps.
Anyone from Skullgirls, because they're usually references to other franchises.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I think like Big Ben has a RoboCop color scheme.
Oh, nice.
Miss Fortune has like the Lilith from Darkstalkers or Blue Mary.
Two things came to mind. They're not my favorite, but these are just what came to mind. First off, is that Dead Rising 3 DLC with all the weird costumes and stuff.
Yes, that's another good one.
And the second one is that Wii U launch title Tekken that had
Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
that had Mario costumes.
Oh, okay. Actually, I might have to change my answer to Panda Peach, because that was pretty good.
Which is so dumb. I don't know what. But what's funny about that is the commitment. Every character had a Mario theme. Man, that's so weird. Those aren't my favorite. What are my favorite palette swaps?
I kind of like when Mega Man turns color for every different thing.
Mega Man's my favorite palette swap.
Yeah, Mega Man. I just love Mega Man, so whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Think.
You're still trying to think of some?
A number
Yeah,
of people in the chat are saying
nothing
Valentine's
really-
Falcon.
What was that?
A number of people in the chat are saying Valentine's Falcon or Captain Fabulous.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have one. People are saying, how about an Irish coffee crisp? What is that? That just sounds like a sex move. Like, Urban Dictionary has something called,
Hey, baby, want to do the Irish coffee crisp?
yeah, like, I'll give you an Irish coffee crisp tonight. Anyway.
No, you can't say it like that. It has to be an actual act, otherwise it just sounds like poo. Like it's just a pooping act, and that's just terrible.
Dude, I went to my bathroom and there was totally
No,
an Irish
oh
coffee
boy,
crisp in there.
boy.
Oh man. Okay, last question from Marshmallow. What two characters from two different franchises do you think would be most evenly matched in a fight? Tools are allowed.
Batman from the Batman Arkham series versus Batman from the Injustice series.
You're such a dick.
It's
love
true.
that.
They'd be evenly matched.
Superman from Injustice versus Superman from Superman 64.
There you go. Evenly matched. Perfect. I'd probably say Zangief versus Hagar.
Yeah, that came up last time too with the two and something.
It was like a tag team or something like that.
Yeah, so it just makes sense.
Originally, I was thinking Asura from Asura's Wrath versus Ryu, because there was that DLC where they fight. I didn't play it. I'm assuming Asura won. And then I was thinking, like, who could go up against Asura? And I don't think anyone can. Like, maybe Superman.
Mm.
And that's when we find out Asura was Superman all along.
Like, probably. Man, that game's so good.
I still need to sit down and finish that.
It's not long.
I know.
I went through your copy.
I know.
That game's so good, man. I love it.
You could technically say like anybody in a series that's just a normal human with a gun against any other human with a gun in another series.
I guess so.
Nathan Drake versus that dude from Fear. Max Payne versus that dude from Fear. That dude from Fear versus that dude from Fear 2.
All right, I think this question's done.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an email question. This one's from Alex. Did any of you ever play point-and-click adventure games such as Myst, Time Lapse, or Journeyman Project when you were younger? I ask because I loved them when I was younger, especially Journeyman Project 3, but very few people seem to really know of at least those specific games/series when I mention them. Also, do you think that they can still be successful in today's market? I know the new Tex Murphy game came out a few months ago, and I think did reasonably well, but since it was part of a series, it already had a fan base to appeal to, whereas a new series may not be so lucky.
What about Broken Age?
I immediately
Yeah.
thought Broken Age, isn't that the whole point of Broken Age, like, this is an old school adventure game?
And Grim Fandango's being re-released.
Is
Right.
it?
Yeah, that was announced at E3. That was
Oh,
in Sony's
man.
press conference.
I didn't do anything with E3, remember?
Oh, right. I was gonna say Schaefer like was on stage, wasn't he?
No,
Sure.
Tim Schafer. There was a picture of Tim Schafer on
Oh,
stage.
my bad. Right. Yeah, that was what it was.
That's even better.
Yeah, Grim Fandango's coming back in HD, but that kind of, he mentioned, it did Tex Murphy because it was already part of a series, blah, blah, blah. But I think Broken Age is kind of the answer to this.
Yeah.
Are there people that don't know Myst and Riven? I guess there must be, right?
When was the last, like, not counting remastered re-releases of Myst, when was the last proper Myst series game released?
Oh my god.
I've never played Myst.
Because all I can think of is there's been like a million re-releases of Myst.
Maybe in 96?
I've never even heard of Journeyman.
I have a copy of Myst for 3DS like on my desk right now, so.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't sat down and played it though. I played it when I was a kid, but obviously I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Same with I think King's Quest V. I had no idea what I was doing. All I knew was that I walked off the side of one screen and then it said I had to insert the next disc because floppy disks.
I actually just looked it up here. There was a Myst 5 End of Ages in 2005. Myst Online.
Ooh, live.
Yeah, so you looked it up as well then.
Yeah, 2007.
Oh, Abduction, 2015. What's that? Ooh. It's an upcoming adventure video game.
All right.
There we go. Oh, it's a
Paul, did you play
Kickstarter.
Broken Age?
Huh?
Did you play Broken Age?
I haven't yet, no.
You should do that.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and last email, at least for the emails. May writes in, what long-lost childhood possession of yours would you like to see again?
Oh, my first cat.
Oh.
Wow! Holy shit!
No, I'm just kidding. That cat was a piece of shit. Probably like a bike or something. I rode a bike a lot when I was a kid.
But it wouldn't fit you.
No, but like I don't know, it just the memories, all those scratches on it, and like I fucked that bike up really bad. But
So
there's
you want
just
a
something.
busted old bike that you can't ride?
Yeah,
For
give it
what?
to my kid.
Okay. Here's a
Let him finish it up.
here's a dangerous broken bike.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with that.
It's how I learn. It's how you're gonna learn.
Pretty much.
Your grandfather rode this, and your great grandfather rode this. Yeah,
That's not true.
I know.
That never happened.
I was going to say I can't find my Genesis.
Oh,
I have an extra one if you want it.
I used to have two as well. I can't find either of them.
Paul, didn't I give you one of those too?
No, because I had my original, and it was in a box somewhere, and I just got another one because it came in one of those, like, for $5 you can have like
Cereal
these
boxes?
30 games and a console. I was like, okay.
Oh no,
Whatever.
okay. I remember who I gave my Genesis to. Sorry.
Genesis.
I'd probably say I used to have this stuffed lion that my uncle gave me when I was like super young. I had it for the longest time, kind of as a memento of him. But I don't know where it is. I assume my parents would know where it is at this point. So
Did he maybe take it back?
what?
Did your uncle maybe take it back?
He's dead.
That my question still stands.
Jesus.
I love you guys. This is so good.
I like
I'm
how he
trying to-
specifically said like in memory of him. I'm just like, did he take it back?
Like, I sincerely hope not.
I mean, like, I guess I don't really know, but I hope not.
Someone get me a shovel.
We're going digging for a lion.
I'm trying to think if there's anything besides that Genesis that I really like. Nope.
I guess not.
Nope. That's the only thing I ever liked. And that was crazy because the Genesis, I believe, was my first home console. I'm pretty sure it was, except besides a PC.
Sure.
What was the first game you guys ever played?
Pong.
Ever?
Pong, was it?
Yep.
Including, you can also include like pinball tables.
Probably still Pong.
Okay.
Like Mario Brothers, the first one on NES. It was the first console we had.
I think mine must have been something on a Game Boy at like daycare.
Like someone else's Game Boy?
Yeah, like I'm trying to think. No, actually, it would have been the PC, and it was either Rayman, this weird Flash game called Arrow, or Duke Nukem.
Wow, what a really eclectic list.
Well, it was because my parents, they got a PC, and then they just bought a couple of those like 100 games on one disc, and it was just like, okay, I'm gonna play some of these. And I remember Duke Nukem was on it. I remember Rayman. That Arrow game, Hercules. That game was stupid hard. Oh, Arkanoid was on it. Man, I played so much Arkanoid.
Yeah.
Arkanoid is so good.
Yeah, it is.
All right, last question here. Christopher writes, how different would the gaming landscape be today if Nintendo and Sony stayed together for the CD console?
Probably very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, for starters, the PlayStation wouldn't be around, so.
I'm reminded of that Nintendo PlayStation that was trying to come out,
Yeah.
which would have been awesome. Man.
I feel like basically Nintendo would have had a monopoly for a long time. Sega will probably still be in the market because really it was the PS2 that knocked out the Dreamcast. I feel like the Xbox would still happen, so I feel like that part of history would still continue. But
Do you think Nintendo would be in the same spot it is now?
I don't know.
Like, I'm wondering, would it lean more towards Nintendo's future or Sony's future, or would it be a mix?
I feel like eventually Sony would just try to buy Nintendo, and then like Nintendo would be part of Sony. I feel like that's how it would eventually happen, because they'd eventually be collaborating for so long. They think, well, maybe we should just start selling them our stocks, so they put more into R&D, and then
You know,
eventually.
if this had happened, we would never have gotten the Move controller.
This is a bad thing?
I didn't say that. I was just saying, I bet we would not have gotten the Move controller.
Whoa, there was a Firefly MMO, like, coming out, or what?
Yeah, apparently like the whole cast is involved.
What? Why didn't nobody say anything? This is the news you have to pull, Sean.
Yeah, this is news to me, too. This is news to me.
You guys are welcome to bring news to it. I haven't seen Firefly.
You know what? You're totally right. I was off all day. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to do it.
I was thinking about it every day until today.
Yeah, it was during Comic-Con they kept talking about that I was seeing, but...
Amazing. Okay.
Are you playing
Another
that?
MMO to get into. Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, well, there you go.
There we go. Maybe it's going to be like Eve.
Is Nathan Fillion going to be a class?
That would be amazing. Tell me you wouldn't play that, just like a rapscallion.
I would. It was literally voiced by Nathan Fillion, and you're just meeting other Nathan Fillions in space.
Oh god, it would be so good. I'm sorry for that outburst.
You were really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I really like that show a lot.
I'm being told there's another question on Facebook.
There is another question in Facebook. We're not done yet.
All right, last minute question. What's the question?
Well, it's not last minute. It's in the doc. But anyways, the question is from Christopher Sparks. How different would the gaming... Oh,
That's
what
what we...
Yeah. Whoa, I read the wrong one again.
Good job. All right, well, I actually loaded up Facebook, so give me a second here.
Yeah, I can't load up Facebook. There's a problem with my thing today.
Did you guys know that after the 2008-2009 recession, most to all of the video game companies suffered a huge drop in market value, which is still ongoing? This helped me better understand the actions the companies have taken since 2009. Your thoughts?
It's okay, Paul. It happens to a lot of guys. Just don't worry about it.
That's what they all say, but I haven't experienced it.
What was the question? What are you talking about?
Yeah, sorry.
Did you guys know that after the 2008-2009 recession, most of all the video game companies suffered a huge drop in market value, which is still ongoing? This helped me better understand the actions these companies have taken since 2009. What are your thoughts on the matter? There's also a question for me there that I'll answer after.
Okay, so the changes after 2008 and 2009 because of the recession.
Yeah, because all the companies had lost their market value.
I'm just trying to think what were things in 2008, 2009.
Well, that was more when companies were taking risks with new IPs and stuff like that. So I think that's more so the idea is that now it's mostly sequelitis.
The Wii had just come out, right? 2007.
2006.
Was it 6?
It's 05 for the 360, 6 for the PS3.
Oh, I thought it was 6, 7.
Nope.
I'm just gonna be wrong.
5, 6.
Okay.
Oh.
So, okay, but I bet around this point is when Connect and Move were getting announced.
Not sure on that one, actually. When was the Connect?
Because I would assume they were seeing Nintendo's success, and if they were getting hit hard, they would we need to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, the Connect came out in 2010, so I don't think it would have... It might have been announced at that point, maybe.
Well, it would have probably been announced
Connect was first announced in 2009.
Yeah. Okay. So I could see that being something that drove the Connect, right? And they probably would have been thinking about it long before they announced it.
Yeah.
And I bet the Move is. I think the Move is similar time frame, right?
Fruit Puncher basically just said in the chat, Nintendo was at a $60 market value share, and now it's only at $13 to $14.
Wow. Well, that sounds about right with how they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What was the next question? You said there was one for you?
Oh, the question for me was, John, if you do live stream on Monday night, would your live stream be watching the Hyrule Warriors Direct at 9 p.m. Mountain Time? No, it would not, because honestly, I don't need to watch anything on that because I know I'm going to get it because it's a Dynasty Warriors spinoff.
Yeah.
Or why
it's Dynasty Warriors. Okay. I like the spin-offs because I like the Fist of the North Star ones. I like the Gundam ones.
I feel like you're going to get it because it's a Nintendo game.
Well, that too, but I mean, it's more like I like Dynasty Warriors, and I like.
But do you like it more than Nintendo games?
I have more non-Nintendo Dynasty Warriors spin-offs than Nintendo Dynasty Warriors spin-offs. So by that logic, by the transitive properties of the amount of video games I own,
All I'm hearing is this is the perfect storm of a game for you.
we've already decided my 2014 Game of the Year is what you're saying.
Maybe. I've also heard that game just looks super boring.
It's Dynasty Warriors, so you have to like Dynasty Warriors.
Okay.
If
What if
you
I
don't
like
like Dynasty
what if I
Warriors-
like Zelda?
Do you like Dynasty Warriors?
I like Zelda and I like fucking shit up.
Do you like Dynasty Warriors?
I haven't played Dynasty Warriors.
Oof. Do you like beat 'em ups?
Yeah.
How does the idea of like killing 100 guys at one time as a minimum sound to you?
That's okay. Is it
Yeah.
is it anything like Skate?
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
I
1-for-1 ratio.
Well, I didn't play a ton of Skate. Is it anything like Tony Hawk Ride?
No, it's more like Skate.
It's more like Tony Hawk.
It's more like Tony Hawk Shred. God damn it, get it right.
It's more like Skate. Oh, that was so good.
It's so dumb. This is so fucking dumb.
I think we also got a question on Twitter. Just a heads
Yeah,
up.
I saw that in the chat as well here.
Sean, you gonna be okay? Little
was
size
just-
there?
I thought, oh, that was so funny. And yeah, I was gonna say, is it like Tony Hawk Shred? But no, you don't. Oh, what's the last question? This has to be the last question.
The last question is, have you guys seen the history of the company behind the Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank movies?
Nope.
No.
He gave us a link on Twitter, so I will actually read this when we're done here.
Okay.
Rainmaker era.
Rainmaker, yeah, those aren't these the ex-mainframe guys?
Possibly?
Because I thought Rainmaker was made up of ex-people who worked on Reboot and Beast Wars. Or Beasties, depending on which country you're in.
Beasties! So dumb.
Oh, man.
What country was Beasties? I remember Beast Wars.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
No, we were Beast Wars.
No, that was the U.S.
US was Beast Wars. We were Beasties.
Well, then why do I remember Beast Wars?
Because
you watched it on Fox, but if you watched it on YTV, it was Beasties.
that's right. Yeah.
Huh. All right. The more you know.
That's so weird. Wow. Ugh. Hey, Sean.
What's up?
I'm just going to give a quick plug. You and I talked to Lucas Pope.
Oh yeah.
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 So,
People don't know Lucas Polk is the designer of Papers, Please.
yeah. How did you think that went? Think it went okay?
Yeah. People should check it out. Where can they find that?
I don't remember. I'm looking it up right now. I was kind of hoping you would vie for dead air. while I do
We
that.
can buy time by saying, how do people send in their questions?
Yeah, there you go. I hate you so much.
topdownperspective@gmail.com.
I realized after I said it, that's what Nathan used to do. So now I'm like, oh shit, who's gonna say it now?
No, we all used to do. Like, I don't think we had a designated one for that. But at TDP Podcast on Twitter, and we also have the Facebook group. Just search Top Down Perspective. Those all work. I guess also, what's our games of the week?
Shovel Knight.
Mine was Walking Dead.
I don't want to say Lucius, so I'm going to go with the 3 bosses in Hearthstone.
Okay.
Oh. Also, if you wanted to find that thing, it's at burningbarrel.co/ITE15.
So go to Burning Barrel and you'll
Yeah.
see it.
It's on the front somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to hear us chatting with Lucas Pope, that dude lives in Japan.
Yeah, that was
What?
Yeah.
the timing of that was hard to get. It took me a year to finally schedule a time that worked.
Yeah. It's because North America and Japan, they don't line up time zones except for once each year. When all the planets are aligned, we can Skype call them.
We have to bounce the signal off the sun, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had to wait for me to be at its hottest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
the most
that's how
stable
Skype
Skype
works.
connection.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
good enough for the Mars rover. It's good enough for Skype.
All
Anyways,
right, that's going to do it for this
that's
show.
it for this week. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next week.
See ya.
Or
See
two
ya.
of us will be. I might be moving. We'll see.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
See you next week.